Aries, how are you doing? I haven't given you a reading for a while. This is a reading for Aries fire sign in the last week of the Taurus season. So Aries, whoops. I think you're definitely honing your skills, you're sharpening your intellect. Maybe you're being too sharp emotionally. Just look into those aspects of yourself. This is what's just come to me by this card that flicked out. Open your heart. Aries, good things are coming to you. Your prayers have been answered. Maybe not exactly in the way you expected them to be, but actually you've opened yourself up to the change that is meant to be coming to you. And even though this is a little bit of an uncertain path for you, because you like to control things, situations or people, you're actually letting yourself be changed from the energy that's coming outside of you. You're listening, you're being supported. I hope you're becoming more interdependent rather than codependent. So interdependency is we need each other. Codependency is a kind of attached expectation to everything that happens regarding other people. So maybe you're more tuning into taking control over your own emotions rather than blaming others when things don't work out for you the way you expected. But let's have a look. So definitely walking away from an old way of doing things that have served their time. They're not serving you anymore. And they've kind of broken you open. You've come through the worst. Have a look at that. 10 of Wands. You've become more resilient because you realized that you can repeat the same old cycles, but the clarity and support of a very mature mother figure has helped you balance things within you, the masculine and the feminine, in order for you to move forward into a positive direction. You've planted your, you've planted your seeds wisely. The seeds that you've planted are coming to fruition. You're still entangled in some kind of heartbreak, but it could be your mind. It's got to do with love. Yeah. Or maybe you have broken someone's heart because you're quite strong-willed and things have to go your way, and you're realizing, wow, the persons that I have hurt in the past are actually the ones who had my best interest at heart. So in some ways you're opening up emotionally. You're looking at yourself and there is true love there, and you realize, wow, the people that I fought hardest are actually the people who've always cared about me. And there is a new clarity and strength growing within you to take action in different ways. Yeah. Maybe in the past you wanted something, could be a material thing, and you didn't get it. And then you blamed the very person you loved and pushed them away. You literally pushed them away because they flew away. And maybe there's you're repenting going on. There is some repenting going on because you were so clever. You thought you outsmarted someone, but actually outsmarted yourself. And slightly mean streak. And in that situation, there's a hanged man situation going on. You don't know what to do about that situation yet. So there are two things going on. On one level, you've become more resilient through the challenges that you had to face and turn away from unnecessary grief. On the other hand, there is someone you loved and it's caused you heartbreak and maybe you've pushed them away. It could also be that there is someone who's clever around you, but you are learning to protect yourself now. You are realizing that there are people who've had your best interest at heart. You're understanding what real love is. And you're taking actions towards that with the Ace of Wands. But you are understanding what real love is. And you're taking actions towards that. And potentially you've become more resilient in regard to people who are a little bit too wearing on you. But also realize that there is heartache here because in some ways your loyalty were at times split. And the very people that actually meant well, you pushed away. And the very people you were codependent with, devil energy at the bottom, codependent with, were the ones you thought were trusting or you thought you'd get emotional support from, and that is not the case. And maybe this is one of your big learning lessons, and that hurts your heart when you realize, wow, I've been actually very unfair to certain people who actually had their best interest at heart. And now I'm seeing something in a person that I was trusting or hoped I could rely on, when it actually is a codependent relationship. So let's get some clarity on you moving forward on your new journey, where you are starting to understand the meaning of love. Let's get some clarity on that. You're becoming more conscious. And you're becoming aware that you have the power to heal and help the world with the decisions you make. This does not rely on others. This is you being conscious about the decisions you make. You're investing in fair relationships. You might even simplify your life a bit. And you're investing in simply what you need. Okay, this has also to do with conscious consuming, literally conscious consuming articles that are helpful to the planet, or what you eat and consume physically will affect your health. But I think for you, this has to do with who you consume in as people who care about you. There's a sense of humility about this card. Let's have a look at this codependent relationship of people in some ways who left you hanging, who were a bit cunning and you trusted in. Let's have a look at that. This codependent kind of energy where you've learned to actually pull back now and protect yourself from these type of energies. And remember, we can all be cunning at times. Excuse me, or manipulative. We can also fall into codependency in relationships. So what I'm getting here, Aries, is that you've got a more abundant mindset in regard to what abundance is. And you realize it's not to do with wealth. It's to do with wholesome friendships, people who encourage you to move forward on your journey. It's you seeing things and feeling things and thinking and speaking about things in an abundant manner. And being present in the moment. That is truly abundance, being present to the opportunities around you so that you can experience it present in the present. It's not something that is in the future. It is something that has always been around you, but you've not had the mindset and the awareness to be open to that, and now your chakras are opening up. This is a very exciting journey for you. in regard to, thinking I'm never going to have someone or something. And this is a very exciting journey for you, because now you're realizing, wow, what I've been working towards has actually already existed in a holographic form. And I'm just going to tune into this Three of Swords and the Lovers card and what's going on there. Focus on your priorities, okay? Even though you might have some form of a broken heart right now, it's important for you. Even though your anxiety might be mixed presently, or your feelings of anxiety might be mixed, if you give them the you've got to give certain things the time and attention they deserve, okay? So wherever you put your focus, if you put the focus on being a victim, then you create that kind of sense of loss within and around you. But if you focus on your priorities, even though they might produce a feeling of anxiety, but unless you give them the time and attention you deserve, things might have a different outcome. Every day, put a little bit of effort into your own growth of what's actually important, and that will also enhance your confidence. And just remember, you are protected, okay? Archangel Michael is here to protect you. But I do get this sense that for your own personal growth, things are moving well for you on many levels. But you also have to look within yourself and give attention to the things that do actually make you feel uncomfortable, and question why they make you feel uncomfortable, so that you can release certain things, but also integrate learning, and also help your growth. Make you become a better you. Yeah, help your growth is what I'm getting. And I mean emotional growth, because Aries can be very stubborn and self-opinionated. And that's both positive and negative. But sometimes if the balance isn't there, because you're not giving priority to the small things that are niggling at you, you keep repeating old patterns. But I think in many ways, with the new shift that's come in, with the main energies, you keep working towards making yourself, this is uncharted waters, keep working towards being and becoming a more confident you on this stretch of the journey, which you've not been on, but you've been working towards. You deserve the good that's coming to you. It will help many I get the feeling it's nearly environmental. It'll help the environment, and it'll give you new opportunities that you can venture towards in regard to your true north, maybe your calling. I mean, this is a really positive. This is a really positive card, but you need to grow more confident, because you have a tendency to lash out. When you lack confidence, you lash out at the very people you love and the very people who take advantage of you, rather than lashing out at them in the sense that you say, you set some boundaries, you let your frustrations out on the people you care about, and that's kind of a twisted sense of priority. So become aware of that, if that is you, if that is not you, or you become aware that you've taken your frustrations out on people who are actually innocent and have nothing to do with a situation that is troubling you in regard to someone who's not got their best interest at heart for you. Being aware of that, let me just clarify that in my mind. Being aware of how you manage your stress and anxieties, and dealing with the very people who, or the very situations that cause you that sense of discomfort, dealing with it rather than just venting and not doing anything about it, or venting on the very people who care about you and even letting out your frustrations on them. Just become aware that you don't keep repeating those patterns. We all have a tendency to do that at times, but yeah, keep very clear in regard to your energies. I hope this reading resonates, and I look forward to giving you another reading soon. Bye for now.